morning. For Dr. John W. Rice, being part of the California Community College's Board of Governors was indeed a calling. Dr. Rice was passionate about ensuring that community college faculty, staff, administrators, and certainly students reflected the diversity of the state and that vibrant support services were in place to help every student see real opportunity for upward social and economic mobility. So good morning again. My name is Eloy Ortiz Oakley, and I have the great pleasure of serving as the Chancellor of the California Community Colleges, representing 114 colleges and more than 2.1 million students. It's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning to the 17th Annual Dr. John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Awards Ceremony. Before we get started, I do want to thank a few very important people and some special guests. First and foremost, Dr. Rice's wife, Clara Rice. Clara, thank you for being here once again with us. I know we also have Assemblymember Mike Gibson and Senator Steve Bradford joining us this morning. Thank you. And I also want to thank Senator Richard Pan and Assemblymember Ken Cooley, who, although could not join us today, did provide us a joint resolution for American River College, so thank them as well. Finally, I do want to thank Keitha Mills, the President and CEO of the Foundation for California Community Colleges. The foundation supports this event and makes it possible for us to be here, so please thank Keitha and the entire foundation team. And of course, guests who are very near and dear to my heart, I'd like to express my appreciation to the Board of Governors for the California Community Colleges. Your guidance allows the community colleges to provide quality, affordable education to millions of Californians each year. Thank you for your service. And I want to thank all of you for joining us here this morning and for helping us honor this year's winners. We're here to celebrate the legacy and the vision of Dr. John W. Rice, who was an advocate for education, diversity, and equity. Certainly values that, although we didn't think we had to defend today, we certainly need to defend today. We've had the pleasure of handing out this year's award for 17 years now to programs and individuals that make the greatest contributions to advancing diversity and equity within our system. This year, we expanded to include programs that are working to expand social mobility for our students. In fact, the California Community Colleges are seen as the state's engine of social and economic mobility. And our supporters want us to step up the pace in making sure that the greatest number of individuals thrive in tomorrow's economy and shine as tomorrow's leaders. The Board of Governors, in the spirit of the late Dr. Rice, just yesterday adopted a new strategic vision calling for substantial improvements in preparing students for in-demand jobs or transferring to a four-year college or university. A vision that reflects a growing national awareness about income inequality and the need for accessible opportunities. In a time of great divide in our country, I think that we can all agree it has never been more important to help a greater number of students earn college credentials, enter the workforce, or move on to a university so that they can improve their lives, the lives of their families, and their communities. We are celebrating two outstanding programs today: the Veterans Resource Center at American River College and the formerly incarcerated Students in Transition program at Compton College. Both programs underscore how community colleges continue to transform lives every single day. We'll learn a little bit more about each program in a few minutes, but first, I would like to introduce my boss, Cecilia Estelano, President of the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges. Cecilia was appointed in 2014 by Governor Jerry Brown and elected as president in November of last year. She is the co-founder of Estelano Lazar Perez Advisors, which provides consulting services to public agencies, foundations, business associations, and other stakeholders seeking to grow thriving, healthy, and vibrant communities. Her commitment and dedication to the California community colleges and to our students is unwavering, and it has been a pleasure to work alongside her. Please join me in welcoming Board of Governors President Cecilia Estelano.
Thank you, Eloy, and thank you everybody for being here. I love this award ceremony. I think it really embodies some of the best of what we have to offer here in California through our community colleges. We acknowledge the members of the Board of Governors, but I'd actually just like some of the colleagues to stand up. Some of you are in clusters. Maybe if you can all just stand up, and these are the colleagues who really keep us on track. Come on, Gary, you can stand up too. Okay. We have a terrific turnout today. So it's my pleasure to give you a little bit of background about Dr. Rice. It gives you a sense of what he stood for and what we're here to really honor today. So Dr. Rice was born in the segregated South in 1923. He went on to become a Presbyterian minister and university leader. In 1946, he earned a history degree at the Johnson C. Smith University in North Carolina. He served as a teacher, counselor, and coach before he became the dean of students at Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He later became a professor and assistant vice chancellor at the University of Denver in Colorado. In 1985, Dr. Rice moved to Palo Alto. His daughter, former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, persuaded him to move there to start a new life following the death of his first wife. Once in the Bay Area, he held academic positions at Stanford University and mentored children. In 1989, he married Clara Bailey, whom we are deeply honored to have with us here today. Governor Pete Wilson appointed Dr. Rice to the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges in 1992, where he served until his passing in 2000. Many of us entered the world of academia or education because we were inspired by someone else. And for Dr. Rice, that source of inspiration was his father. He often said his father was his greatest role model, who taught him the importance of helping others. The senior John Rice was the son of a rural Alabama farmer, and he recognized early on the value of an education. He studied at Stillman College and became a Presbyterian minister. Dr. Rice learned from his father's achievements and used them as motivation throughout his life and career. Dr. Rice was a visionary leader. He was dedicated to ensuring equal access to higher education. He advocated tirelessly for policies making certain all Californians had the opportunity to pursue their higher educational goals. He challenged the Board of Governors, the Chancellor's Office staff, and others throughout the system to value diversity and equity. He was unwavering in his pursuit of equal employment and non-bias across the California community colleges. He wanted all students to be treated equally, fairly, and with dignity, even though at times in his life he had once been denied that same treatment. He embraced a life of education because he knew it would lead him on a path to success. He used his knowledge and experience to teach others. He held prominent positions at some of our country's top universities and raised a daughter who would later become the first female African-American Secretary of State. He did it all to forge a path so that others behind him wouldn't face discrimination or bias or hardships because of the color of their skin. Dr. Rice's greatest wish was for everyone to get the opportunity to receive a first-rate college education. He knew opening students' eyes to different people, different ideas, and different experiences was the best way to ensure equity for all. The Dr. John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Award was established to honor that legacy. We have recognized some incredible people and programs over the past 17 years. Just like Dr. Rice, the winners of this award work day in and day out to give our students a chance to succeed and teach them that they can overcome whatever challenges life has handed them. So I talked about, or Eli actually mentioned the strategic vision, and I brought it up here as a prop because I think the challenge that Dr. Rice posed to his colleagues at the time that he was on the board and to the chancellor staff are the same challenges we're facing today. We still have achievement gaps. We still have regional inequities. we still have a situation where kids enter our not just kids, but people of all ages, enter our community colleges from very different places. And as a result, their chances of success vary widely. What we've said here today with this shared vision for the future of the California community colleges is acknowledging that we are really the fulcrum of opportunity for the state of California. We are where most students who are working class and students of color will have access to higher education. We are the portal of opportunity. So when we set a goal of eliminating the achievement gap in 10 years, that's not just a bold goal, that's absolutely an essential goal. When we talk about increasing the rate of transfer by 35% in 5 years, we just have to do it. Otherwise, our state and our society simply won't succeed. So in the spirit of Dr. Rice, I urge you all to take a look at this document. It really does embody that idea that we're going to close the achievement gap. We're going to make sure that these community colleges represent the very best of California, which is open access to all, open access and real achievement in trying to make not just the state, but this society a much better place. So with that, I get to introduce my favorite breakfast companion, Dr. Clara Rice, and I will tell you, you're gonna pay attention because she's a former high school teacher, a 13-year junior high school principal. So this is the real powerhouse in the room, Dr. Clara Rice. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. I'm forgetting my glasses here. Good morning. I'm here again, I believe, for the 17th time to celebrate my husband's legacy and giving out the Dr. John W. Rice Awards for Diversity and Equity in the California Community Colleges. Again, it is such a pleasure, an honor, and a blessing to be able to come year after year to such a profound and worthwhile occasion. Not only are we commemorating my husband's life, but we are also celebrating those who have made their lives, the lives of others, so much better through recognizing that diversity and equity matters. I was wondering, what could I say that I haven't already said in all these years? And I thought that half of my time could be thanking all of these wonderful people. Then I would do as a good speaker does, get up, speak up, and shut up. So I won't be here but for a very few minutes, I promise. I want to start by acknowledging and thanking a few key people who makes this day possible. Our new Chancellor, Eloy Ortiz Oakley. Congratulations on your appointment. The new president of the Board of Governors, Cecilia Estolano, who was vice chair last year. Congratulations to you. It is always nice to see a woman move up to these higher positions. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the board members who are here today. And many, many thanks to Keitha Mills, who is not here today. She's the president of the Foundation for Community Colleges. And this lady sees to it that the funds are here for this occasion. We couldn't do it without her. This beautiful facility, good food, good music, beautiful programs, I'm sure have all been made possible by this foundation. And I hope that her representatives will let her know that we all thank her very much for what she's doing. There are two other people that I must acknowledge and thank, and that is Paige Dorr. I call her the little firecracker. She knows how to efficiently get things done, and I heard the chancellor say that she likes to tell people what to do. And she said, sure, I'm going to get your job. I would like to thank Rosa Estrada, who has been my personal contact. She and Condolisa's secretary see to it that I have transportation here and back, a place to stay, and they see to it that I know everything I need to know concerning this day. And thanks to this beautiful audience for being here. And I want to publicly thank my friend Tanya Mommy, who so graciously agreed to travel with me and keep me company on this trip. Thank you, Tanya. Okay, now that's half of my speech is over. Usually I always say a little something about my husband to let you know what the real John Rice was like. He was truly my funny Valentine who always spoke his mind. John was a man who loved to eat, but only the good, tasty, yummy food. Those of you who saw him, and you can see his picture on the program, you can tell he was a big man. Condi used to take us to dinner to these fancy restaurants where the food looked better than it tastes. You know, the little swirls on the plate and the twigs, and a little food right in the middle. Well, at one of these restaurants, he wanted Condi to know just how disgusted he was. So he loudly announced to the table, "My wife and I will go out to dinner when we leave here." He also loved his steaks well done. No red, no pink, only very well done. Well, at one of these fancy restaurants that Condi took us to, John ordered his steak to be well done, but the chef, not wanting to mess up a good steak, sent John's steak back quite red. Very agitated, John told the server, "Take it back and tell him to kill it." One more. Condi was always trying to do something good for us, especially when it came to our health. So she hired a cook and told her to only cook healthy foods. John complained the first week she was there. "This food is not good, it's not seasoned, and I don't like it," and he went on, but he tolerated it. The second week, the cook made a meal with tofu, which she substituted for our meat. Well, that's when John told her, "Hey, miss, you don't need to come back anymore, thank you." I didn't like the food either, but I sure hated to lose a cook. Okay, enough of John. Okay, before I take my seat, I told you it wouldn't take long. I would like to congratulate the 2017 award winners to the F.I.S.T, which is formerly Incarcerated Students in Transition. This program is from Compton College, who recently regained their accreditation. Congratulations to you. And thank you for providing an academic, social, and economic support for students re-entering the community after incarceration. This is truly a unique way of showing diversity and equity in your school. And I look forward to hearing more about your program this morning. And to the Veterans Resource Center at American River College, thank you and congratulations to you for your movement and integrating student veterans on campus, and your support for active duty personnel and military families. Those in active military and the veterans always have had a special place in my heart and my pocketbook. I look forward to hearing more about this program. So that's why I've stood up, I've spoken up, and now I'll shut up. Thank you for listening, and may God bless each of you until I see you again next year.
Clara, thank you again for being with us and for honoring us with your presence. This is a small gift, a token of our appreciation for you being with us here.
Thank you so much.
This is not very healthy, but
That's
it
all
should
right.
be good. Thank you. Now, let's begin honoring our outstanding programs, and we will begin with American River College. Veterans and their families face many difficulties transitioning back to civilian life after serving our country so honorably. Nearly 40% of California veterans receiving GI educational benefits attend a California community college, proving just how vital this population is to student diversity. In 2013, a handful of people at American River College created a Veterans Resource Center, hoping to help veterans not just with their academic pursuits, but with their personal goals and struggles as well. The Veterans Resource Center has a goal of bridging the cultural divide between civilians and military through inclusion, full integration of student veterans in campus life, as well as staff, faculty, and administrative training. The center offers student veterans a long list of services including counseling, peer mentoring, tutoring, providing school supplies, helping with disability and VA benefit support, and even service dog training courses. The impact the center has had on its veterans and their families is significant, with some veterans crediting the center for their academic success, to others saying the services saved their lives. For any college in our system trying to start a center, this is an outstanding model. It demonstrates how important support services are to helping student veterans reach their educational goals while bridging and honoring the cultural divide facing them when arriving on our campuses. The work done at American River College shows just how impactful Veterans Resource Centers can be for these men and women. The California Community Colleges could not be more proud to award the 2017 Dr. John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Award to American River College for its Veterans Resource Center.
Good morning. My name is Colleen Ostgaard. I'm the Dean of Student Services at American River College. And in that capacity, I oversee our Veterans Resource Center. It's a tremendous honor to be here today accepting this very prestigious award. Thank you for the honor. President Green was unfortunately not able to be here today, so he's asked me to make some comments on his behalf. It's a great honor to be with you this morning. I want to extend my deepest appreciation to the Foundation for California Community Colleges for this Dr. John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Award, as it recognizes one of the most inclusive communities we have at American River College. I want to take a few moments to thank some of those who have been so instrumental in the success of our Veterans Resource Center. Our Los Rios Board of Trustees has been a tireless champion of our veteran students. Their steadfast support has been crucial to the center and all the veteran centers in the Los Rios Community Colleges District. I also want to thank the previous leaders of American River College, and in particular, Pam Walker, now the Vice Chancellor of Educational Services at the State Chancellor's Office, for laying the foundation that allowed for the full realization of the VRC through their leadership and vision. In addition, I want to thank our state legislature for its support of veterans. As a disproportionately impacted student population, veterans need and deserve additional support, which we are able to provide through the Student Equity Program. My final thanks go to the staff, faculty, administrators, and most important, the students of the Veterans Resource Center. I commend them for their dedication and service to others and to our community, a commitment which serves as the heart of our Veterans Resource Center. American River College is committed to helping those who have bravely served our country. We are inspired every day by our veteran students, and this award encourages us to redouble our efforts to serve them well. Once again, on behalf of the entire ARC family, I thank the Foundation for this important recognition today.
Good morning. My name is Jacob Murray, and I'm a U.S. Army veteran. Thank you. I've attended American River College on 2 separate occasions. The first time, I had no clue what I was doing. I was fresh out of the military, and there was absolutely no guidance for veterans transitioning from the military. Eventually, I found my way to the Veterans Services Office. This was a single counter located in Enrollment Services. I turned in all of my necessary documents to use my VA benefits. It was sent on my way without any further guidance. I was lost. I was coming from an environment where I had consistent structure to an environment without any. After 2 semesters and without any kind of support system, I left American River College a failure. I went back into the workforce where I was comfortable and worked several amazing jobs. After taking about 13 years off from college, I was given the opportunity to come back to American River College. You can imagine I was extremely nervous because of my previous failure. I was now a lot older, and on my first trip to the campus, I went back to the Enrollment Services Center, where I thought the Veterans Service window was still located. I was told that the Veterans Services had their own space now in the form of a resource center. When I walked into the Veterans Resource Center for the first time, I was amazed. It had computer labs, tables to study and do homework, and most importantly, other veterans. I was greeted by another veteran who walked me through all the steps needed to get signed up for my VA benefits and enroll in classes. Eventually, I was hired on as a veteran work study, assisting other veterans to sign up for VA education benefits. I was able to find the camaraderie and support that I had been missing the first time I attended college. The VRC has been a major factor in my success at American River College. With the support I received from everyone in our center, I was able to graduate this last spring with 2 associate's degrees. I would not have been able to accomplish this goal without the support I received from the staff and the amazing certifying officials we have at our Veteran Resource Center. It has been my privilege to be a part of the VRC and watch it continue to grow and provide the necessary support to the veteran students during the transition from military to college lifestyle. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Daniel Amalio. I'm the Veteran Resource Center Supervisor at American River College. It is with great humility and honor that the Veterans Resource Center at American River College receives this award. To give a little background about myself, I served in the Marine Corps from 2004 to 2009. In that time period, I did 3 deployments to Iraq. After I got back home from the Marine Corps, I attended American River College trying to navigate the system like many of our veterans do when they return home. At that time, we had no direct services for veterans and was in need for change. In 2013, I was approached by Vice Chancellor Walker, who was interim president at the time at ARC, my Dean Colleen Ostergaard, and Benjamin Baird, to help them revamp our services due to the large number of veterans and their families attending American River College. It was during this time period we made a huge shift to what we have now, a one-stop center with access to academic, career, and DSPS counseling, the Vet Success on Campus program, TRIO veterans, VA certifying officials, community resources, peer mentorship, and so much more. I have seen many ways that this program has impacted so many lives just by being there to listen and let the veterans know that, hey, we understand your struggles and everything will be okay. We are here to help you. In closing, I would like to thank some folks in attendance today who need to share in this acceptance. Vice Chancellor Walker, who helped us establish the VRC during our time at ARC. Our college president, Dr. Thomas Green, for all his support and guidance. Our Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Robin Neal, and our Associate Vice President of Student Services, Christine Thomas, for your willingness to listen and help support our Veteran Resource Center during our times of need. My Dean Colleen Ostergaard, for being a great mentor to me and really being the administrator voice for our program. We wouldn't be here where we are today without your support. Anna Lukowski, our Dean's administrative assistant, who is my go-to for any issue. She has taught me so much in a short amount of time. Thank you for all you continue to do for our program. Ryan Fowler, our VSOC counselor, who is now retired. You have been there since day one. Thank you for all you did in your role and for helping me personally achieve my own educational goals. You went above and beyond for our students, and I will always be grateful for that. A program can only be great if you're passionate and caring. If you have a passionate and caring staff. And we have amazing individuals who work in our VRC and make it one of the best. A big thank you to Robert Hayford, Michael Robinson, and Rob Griffin. To our VA certifying officials, Terry Hunnefeld, Elena Skupenick, and Amanda Carroll. You all played such an important role in our office. Just know your work does not go unnoticed and that you are appreciated by so many of our veterans and their families. Amanda served as my VA certifying official while going to school at ARC, and she was a big part of my success in a time when I needed help when I was transitioning out of the military. Once again, thank you to the committee and the Rice family for recognizing individuals and programs doing great work in our communities. As we move forward, let's continue to find ways to support our nation's veterans as they transition into our community college system. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your work. You know, let me just say a quick word as a former member of the military. These individuals who come back out of their military service, they join the service for one reason and one reason only, to serve our nation. They are mission driven. And so it's up to us to allow them to continue to serve our country once they come back. So it's programs like this that allow them to integrate back into civilian life and to find a purpose and to find a mission in life. So I wouldn't be here but for my time in the service. And so I thank American River College for the great work that they're doing with our veterans. So with that, let's now introduce the great work that's happening at Compton College. It's not easy taking a group of marginalized people and weaving them into the fabric of a community, but that's what's happened at Compton College over the past year. The formerly incarcerated students in transition, or F.I.S.T program, was created in the summer of 2016 with the support of Compton College President Dr. Keith Curry. It supports students who are re-entering the community after incarceration. The F.I.S.T program provides these students with counseling, peer mentoring, book loans, and transportation assistance. In weekly meetings, students confront the unique issues they face with the help of representatives from law enforcement and other student groups. Formerly incarcerated students are encouraged to transfer to four-year universities, and through a series of workshops, they're prepared on how to re-enter the workforce. With Student Services Advisor Dr. Joseph Lewis's guidance, F.I.S.T has grown to include more than 50 diverse members. It is one of the most active groups on campus, with members regularly volunteering at events. Students facing challenges most of us will never understand are shaped into contributing members of society while becoming strong community leaders at the same time. We are proud to honor a program that promotes upward mobility for Californians and stands as a shining example for other colleges in our system. The formerly incarcerated Students in Transition program at Compton College is an innovative program that exemplifies what the California community colleges stand for. F.I.S.T is more than deserving of the 2017 Dr. John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Award.
On behalf of the 114th Community College, I would like to accept this award. I would like to say thank you to the Foundation for California Community Colleges, the Board of Governors, Dr. Rice. But today, I really want to say thank you to the people that do the work. As a CEO, we do a lot of work on our campus, we do a lot of traveling as well, but the work happens on campus from our faculty and our staff and our administrators to serve our students. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So all I'm here to do is say thank you and accept the award, but I want to let the people that do the work talk about the program. Dr. Lewis.
Thank you, President Keith Curry. He was the CEO for so long, it's kind of hard to get used to that, but he's the president now. We're very proud of him. He's doing good work, and he has a vision that we are all invested in and that we have been successful at implementing. I'd like to also thank the team, the administrative team, who have been instrumental in making sure that this program had what it needed in order to be successful in its support of the formerly incarcerated population on our campus. Could you please stand up? We have Mrs. Bailey Smith. We have our dean, Dean Shelby, Dr. Shelby Subarino, and also a person who is very important we partnered with is Diana Ronquillo, who is the director of the Department of Corrections. And she found a home at Compton College to do her resource symposiums on a monthly basis. So with this cooperative effort and this team, we have been very successful at providing the formerly incarcerated students with what they needed in order to complete their educational goals. Once again, I'd like to thank the Chancellor, the Board of Governors, and also the California Community College Foundation for developing and allowing us to receive this, developing this opportunity and allowing us to receive the John W. Rice Diversity and Equity Award. Just to go into the speech here, on behalf of Compton College and the students, formerly incarcerated students in transition club, and I say club and program because when we started as a club. Because, you know, when people go to community colleges, they don't self-identify and say, well, you know, I'm formerly incarcerated, so I need special attention. But in order to bring them out and provide them with the services they needed to also reach the equity goal to increase the population of African American and Hispanic males, we developed this club, and the club grew. And then Dr. Curry made it possible for us to get some money. And as you all know, once you get money, you're not a club anymore, you're a program. So we progressed into a successful program by providing the services that you heard about on the slideshow there that were very instrumental in making it easy for our students to stay focused and continue their education by coming to school. And we have some other plans as well, providing food certificates for them so that if they're hungry, they'll be able to eat, because it's hard to study when you have a growling stomach. So out of this effort, we have recruited 102 formerly incarcerated students. Out of that 102 formerly incarcerated students, 50 of them actually enrolled in class and attended a couple of semesters. But out of that 50, 24 students have been persistent in completing the full academic year. And I'd just like to applaud them for doing that. That's a 50% persistence rate. And throughout that process, not one have returned to prison. So we have a 0% of recidivism. So I say that to say that this is a very vital program that the Chancellor's office mandated that we explore. I encourage other community colleges to consider exploring this opportunity to help those who want to redirect their lives and rebuild their social credibility through education and career development. So it's just important for us to know that we need to be there for them, and that we are who they depend on to create the path for them to be successful students so they can increase the quality of their life. Now, without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to a few of our students. I have with me Mr. Theodore Summers, who is the president of the F.I.S.T program. I also have Mr. Charles Turner, who is the newest member of the F.I.S.T program. He's here. And we have Ms. Yesenia Lopez, who shows gender equity as well in this program. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Theodore Summers.
First, I'd like to say good morning and thank you for having us. Well, my name is Theodore Summers, and I am here to give you a little insight to who I am and why I enrolled in Compton College and what type of resources have been offered to me. I was released from prison in June 28, 2016. At this point in my life, I have given a total of 18 years to the jail system. I finally came to a point in my life where I said enough was enough. After my release from prison, the parole sent me to a mandatory meeting that was held at Compton College. And during the meeting, there was a lot of resources and services offered to all the parolees, but none of them caught my attention. As I was sitting there, I met a man by the name of Dr. Joseph Lewis. And as I was talking to him and listening to what he had to say, I decided to enroll in school. I enrolled in school August 5th, 2016, and became a member of the F.I.S.T program. Going to school was hard at first because I felt like I didn't fit in, like I didn't belong there. Now after Now after multiple conversations, let me say it like that, with Dr. Lewis, all right? Well, man, I can't even remember how many, because I've been there a year now, but but it was in the beginning. You get frustrated, you don't know what's going on. So after multiple conversations with Dr. Lewis, when I was frustrated and I wanted to quit, he really helped me stay focused, stay strong, and to never give up on my dreams. Because being a F.I.S.T member, being in the F.I.S.T program has taught me to believe in myself, stay positive, and to have patience, because I had none in the beginning. I thought everything should just come to me. Well, I ended up finishing my first semester with a 4.0 GPA. Thank you. We got more. No, I'm just joking. No, my second semester I finished again with a 4.0 GPA. And now we're on, I finished my third semester, and that was a 3.5 GPA. But it will be brought back up at the end of the summer. Because I'm on my summer semester right now, so it will shoot back up to a 4.0. I'm trying to get into another four-year university kind of easy, So right now I'm the president of the F.I.S.T program. Also, I'm a peer mentor to the F.I.S.T program, where I provide guidance for all the new F.I.S.T parolees that enroll, by helping them navigate through the process of applying for all the college resources that we have on campus, like financial aid, EOP&S, first-year experience, and much more. Now, my plan is to finish school by the end of fall 2018 with an associate's degree in behavioral science, and then transfer to either Cal State Long Beach or University of California System to pursue my bachelor's degree in either psychology or human services. Then I will work towards my master's degree in counseling while working as a substance abuse counselor at a treatment center. So if I did not have Compton College and the F.I.S.T program, I would not be in school working towards a degree and career of my choice. I thank God every day for Compton College and the F.I.S.T program, because they have restored my faith in believing that I can have a normal life with a good career without being judged by the way I look or by the lifestyle that I am leaving behind. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Charles Turner. I'm a member of the F.I.S.T program. It is truly an honor to be here to accept the John W. Rice Award. I'm just learning about it, and Condoleezza Rice is one of my favorite people, and thank you, ma'am. Just briefly, I'll give you a little history of my past. January the 30th, 2014, I was released from prison after serving 28 years, 3 months, and 19 days. While incarcerated, I used to see many, many men pursue their college degrees and education, but it never dawned on me that that would be something I would want to do until I met Dr. Lewis. One day I went to a parole hearing meeting, and Dr. Lewis was there, and he made a presentation about the F.I.S.T program and Compton College education and how education can change your life. So I decided the next day to go to his workshop and just listen to him. I wasn't interested in joining college. And the more I came to his workshops, the more I understood that that's what I needed, was to further my education and stop being fearful of going to college. And while I was continuing to go there, I was hearing about Dr. Curry, the president of Compton College, and how he, 100%, how he was 100% behind and in support of the program, F.I.S.T program. So I thought, well, got the president behind it, must be a pretty good program. And then at the same time, I was learning about Ted. Ted is the president of the F.I.S.T program, and he has a passion to help parolees succeed in the F.I.S.T program and Compton College. So I was impressed with all that, and I signed up. Since then, signing up a few months ago, it's been really, really life-changing. Now I better go to my notes now. The experience I'm having with learning, being educated, and campus life, interaction, which is, being on campus, man, it just blows me away. Has been enlightening, motivating, and priceless. My mother, my wife, my children, grandchildren, siblings, are all proud of me, and I'm proud of myself for making that decision to join Compton College and to be in an outstanding program, the F.I.S.T program. And it still blows my mind that, I'm a 62-year-old man who's a freshman in college. I forgot, I missed my joke here. And I'm also majoring in heating and air conditioning. So, it's really exciting for me. I enjoy it. And just on a, little note, the men and women who are paroling, a lot of them are very serious, determined, hard-working people. They just need a second chance and help like I was given. So, if you ever get a chance to reach out, do that. And I want to thank you again for all the people who, thank you again to those for the recognition of the F.I.S.T program, of the outstanding F.I.S.T program. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yesenia Lopez, and I am the secretary of the F.I.S.T program, and I'm just here to show support. Thank you for the John W. Rice Award, and we're happy to receive it. Thank you.
Let's give them one more big round of applause. I can't help but think the privilege we have in the California community colleges. Unlike any other system of higher education, we truly believe in every single Californian, regardless of where they come from, who they are, or how many chances they've had to come back to us. So it's a privilege to be able to accept the top 100% of Californians into our system. So congratulations again to the Compton F.I.S.T program. So now we'd like to present a few resolutions in honor of the programs. First, although Senator Pan and Member Cooley could not be here, they did want to present a joint resolution to the American River College VRC, so if they can come on up, and we'll present them with the joint resolution. Congratulations again. And then last but certainly not least, we have a great friend of the California Community Colleges here who would like to present a resolution to Compton College, and that's Assembly Member Mike Gibson. Come on up.
Good morning, everyone. Let me say I am, first of all, extremely excited to be here. I said extremely, didn't I? Okay. I'm extremely excited to be here and certainly want to thank Mrs. Rice and also the legacy of Dr. Rice for bringing us here, and also to Chancellor Oakley and to the Board of Governors. Again, I'm excited to be here. My name is Mike Gibson. I am so blessed and honored to serve as the State Assembly member representing the 64th District that lies within the borders of Compton, North Long Beach, Linwood, Watts, where I was born and raised, Carson, some of Gardena, and also some of Torrance. And the reason why I did that, I did it for a specific reason, because I wanted you to get a picture of the community in which I represent. I represent the 6th poorest district in the entire state of California. I want that to sink in for a moment. Because when you talk about those who are incarcerated, they come back to my district. Those individuals who have been incarcerated, those individuals who have messed up and have paid their debt to society. And now those individuals are looking for what we call and coin a second chance. But the truth really be told that we blew our first chance, our second chance, but we still want someone to believe that we have been turned around, we have been rehabilitated. And I am so grateful to represent a district that opens its arms to individuals who've been recently incarcerated and trying to get their life back together again. So this program that is embodied in the city of Compton and in the surrounding communities, it's a game changer. You just heard Theodore Summers talk about what he'd been through, but then you turned around and heard what Charles just said. And this man wept right up here because it's real. Someone took a chance and gave him another chance to say, you can make it. You can turn your life around. So I'm grateful to a Dr. Lewis for giving so many years of faithful service to not only to the Compton community, but also to Compton Community College. Because guess what? Someone saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And they gave me a chance. Although my story has never been where I've been incarcerated, my story has never been where I've been on drugs or involved in gangs or had a confrontation with the police department. But I got a story. Just like each one of those individuals and the 54 members that are now part of this program, that I am so honored because I'm going to go to Compton. I want to meet each and every last one of them because I want them to touch my life just as those individuals came here and stood on this stage and told you their stories. Because each and every one of them have a story, and it's an awesome story. That they fell down and somebody gave them a hand up. But guess what? That's what community college is all about, because I stand here and I say that I graduated from a community college. So I'm a product not only of Watts, but also of a community college setting as well. And I also attended Compton Community College. So it's a game changer. So when we give an award to these individuals, it's not really for those individuals, it's themselves. But it's for those who will be watching them to say, you know what? If Charles can do it or Theodore can do it, damn it, I can do it too. And so this community college, the community colleges here in California, it's a game changer. It allows people to dream again. It's allowed people to have hope once again. The people in my community are not talking about Russia. They're not talking about fake news. They're talking about how to get a job, how to make it, how to make ends meet, how to put a roof over my children's heads, how to put clothes on their backs, how to put food in the refrigerator, how to pay the next rent that is due. It's a game changer. So Dr. Lewis, keep on doing what you're doing. Keith Curry, keep on doing what you're doing, because it's a game changer. And I am so happy that Dr. Rice lived enough because they had a vision. Because without a vision, the people perish. Compton Community College is writing a new chapter, and I'm so happy to be part of it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity to be here. My name is Steve Bradford, and I'm the senator from the 35th Senate District where Compton College is also located. So I, too, want to commend all the men and women who are here today and the great program that has started. I want to congratulate all of the Dr. Rice Diversity Award recipients and recognize my colleague, Mike Gibson, for his great leadership. It is an honor to recognize the Compton College formerly incarcerated students in transition program, better known as F.I.S.T. I think we all know what education means in developing our skills needed to be successful in life, in a career, and in our community. These programs provide assistance to those who have not had the best start in life, but is critical in helping them find a new path that does not include a life of crime. Providing access to education is critical to closing the achievement gap in all of our communities. The F.I.S.T. program provides academic, social, and economic support for students reentering our community after incarceration, specifically providing counseling, mentoring, textbook loans, transportation assistance, and academic strategies. As an individual who has represented Compton as a former region manager for a utility company, I have a close relationship. I worked for the city of Compton for a number of years, and I've had an opportunity to witness this program from afar and the great leadership under Dr. Lewis. The F.I.S.T. program has enrolled over 60 new students since August of 2016. 42% of them are African-American males, a population identified as underrepresented in college. The F.I.S.T. Students Advisor, Dr. Lewis, plays a critical role in the part of engaging students and increasing the likelihood of a degree completion and preparation for future employment. And the 16 students all have achieved over a 3.0 grade point average, and I think that deserves a round of applause. And Dr. Lewis is good at advice, at acknowledging the skills necessary to be successful, to contribute to your family and society requires some sacrifice. Always consider abundance of possibilities, and most importantly, remain humble. Nelson Mandela once stated, the greatest achievement in life is not never falling down, but picking yourselves up each time you fall. These men and women part of this F.I.S.T. program have done that. They have committed to living a positive life. As a legislator, I've been committed not only to diversity but equity, but most importantly to second chances, as Assemblyman Gibson stated. We all deserve a second chance. A program such as F.I.S.T. has provided that, and I want to commend all of those, again, men and women who participate in this, and honor the legacy of Dr. Rice for his commitment to this program and to the great moving California forward. So thank you for the community college and all that you guys do in educating men and women all across the state of California. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bradford. My apologies for trying to end the program before you came up, but as you can imagine, the same thing happens in the Capitol. The Assembly always flusters me. Just kidding. Just kidding, Speaker Rendon. Okay, now, again, thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure. And thank you again to American River College Veteran Resource Center and, of course, the Compton F.I.S.T. program for their wonderful, wonderful work. We look forward to honoring more programs next year. We hope that you will join us. I want to, again, give one final round of applause to all of our distinguished guests, Ms. Clara Rice, and our exceptional award recipients. Please give them one more round of applause. And once again, thank you to the Foundation for California Community Colleges for their generous support. We hope that this ceremony has sparked or rekindled your drive to go out and make a positive change on your campuses and in your communities. Thank you very much for coming, and have a wonderful day.